Hello, and welcome to our Tuesday night live stream. Hopefully, you're all doing well. I see the chat's already active, so let's figure out who's here. And as usual, Grish is in the first slot, and Eric is second, followed by Jeremy. Jeremy is seeing glitch or hearing glitches. Is anybody else hearing that? I'm just curious because I thought I had all those issues fixed. My upload is 12 megabits per second, so it's not a bandwidth issue. Tony is here. Welcome in, Tony. Actually, one of the things I may get to is testing out some firewall rules. We'll see how far we get. I should just tell you right now, I don't really have a plan. I have a couple things in mind. There's a new software package that I wanted to try out that allows you to play back video. I will have to stop chat for that to happen, but we'll get there when we do. I also signed up for a Plex Pass today, and I am curious about setting up the DVR functionality. Probably won't do that on a live stream. Maybe I'll record it. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see here. So the playback software, Plex Pass. I did sign up for the YouTube Premium Lite free trial. I'm curious to see how that goes. Because I'm just getting, frankly, tired of the ad. I mean, the ads are so intrusive these days. I'm just getting sick and tired of the ads playing just constantly. And if I hit skip, sometimes there's another ad, and sometimes they'll play an ad, and then they'll play second ad, and it is getting really, really bad. I mean, sorry, YouTube. It's just getting too much. I mean, they say there's too many ads on TV. I can barely watch a YouTube video now without watching 3 or 4 ads, and it's just getting bad. And I mean, like a 6-minute video, and I see 3 or 4 ads. That's just insane. That's just bad. So, I'm gonna try their free trial of YouTube Premium Lite, and we'll go from there. Now, I don't get free ads on music, but I don't listen to music on YouTube very often, so I'm not really worried about that. I just, frankly, am tired of seeing ads just bombarded whenever you see freaking like a 6-minute video and you see 4 ads. So Grish says he didn't see it. Tony said he didn't hear audio glitches. So, okay. 12 meg is spot on. Oh, so probably was it probably was the low bit rate or whatever. Yeah, I had kind of 2 thoughts about the Plex Pass. First of all, the price is about to go up, like double in price, I think it is. So I just paid for the $5 version to kind of give it a whirl before I commit to either buying the whole, the lifelong pass or whatever. Because I wanted to download movies, and it didn't work the way I thought it was going to work. Well, it kind of did, but it didn't actually work on my phone. So Bob's not here, but Bob's the big Plex person, so I was going to actually ask Bob about it because he knows more about Plex than I do. And so basically I have a trip coming up where I'll be driving for about 9 hours. And so I was thinking about like downloading some content to my phone. I'll be gone all week. And so I was thinking it might be nice to have some content to play because based on where I'm traveling, there may not be cell phone coverage very well. So we'll see. I want to have a backup plan. So we'll see. But anyway, so I downloaded Plex. I bought a Plex Pass today, and so we'll see how that goes. Tony says he's been thinking about sign up for the YouTube trial as well. Yeah, I mean, it just it's $7, $8, I think it was a month if you sign up for it, which isn't horrible. So we'll see how it goes. Eric says, I watch a lot of live streams and get interrupted constantly. Eric's will it, yeah. So 3 ads per hour doesn't seem too bad, but like the other day, it literally played 3 ads for like a 6-minute video. And I was like, this is too much. Micah says, my notifications work. Yeah, I shouldn't say never. I don't tend to have the issues with notifications that everybody else does, but I'm also very selective on who I say notify me for. There's only like 3 channels that I say alert me, and I always get notified. So I think it may be based on how many notifications you actually turn on, because I get them every single time, or at least it seems like I do. But then again, I'm only doing 3 or 4 channels. So I'm curious how many notifications you guys have on, if that is any indication about why your notifications may or may not work. Just curious. I mean, it's unofficial example, or unofficial, I should say, poll. Maybe I should do a poll. Maybe I should do a poll. Can I do a poll? Start a poll. Oh, I don't want to. Can I do that? I don't really want to. But I want a number poll. Oh, there we go. How many channels do you have notifications turned on for? All right, so I just made a poll. I'm curious to see what you guys say. It may tell us something. It may not. Micah says, get the HD home run connected. I would like to do that. I'm afraid I'm afraid to do it on screen, only because I'm not sure what it'll show me. And I don't know if it tells me, give away a lot of information or not. So that's what I said. I may record that and do it later. I'm not sure. I really wish I had members only abilities, because if I had members only stream, I would do that. But on a public stream, I'm not entirely sure I want to do that live. Joe is here. Welcome in, Joe. Joe says he did not get any notification. He just knew I was going live. So far, there are 4 votes, and 3 of the 4 are 7 or more. So maybe there's something to that. I don't know. All right, well, I guess I'll leave that one up for a while. And so I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll see if we can do our live demo like I talked about. And so let me go over to this. That's not what I want to do. Hold on. Come on. I have historically had them all off. You're the only one I really watch consistently. Sorry, Aaron. So I had to figure it out when I was missing them. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's one thing about Aaron is he is consistent. He streams all the time at the same time, almost every time. But I guess so do I anymore. I guess I didn't used to be. I kind of moved around a lot. Now I'm pretty much settle on Tuesdays, and so I've been pretty consistent here for a while. Yeah, he he streams at a very inconvenient time for me. It's Sundays at noon, and that's a bad time. So I almost never get to watch him live because I'm usually busy, either at church or with family or whatever. So yeah, I can understand that. All right, so let's go to the software and let's just get started. So I heard about this software today. I haven't used it before, but it looks interesting. It's professional video playback software for Windows. It can be driven by Companion, which I find to be very interesting. I'm guessing Tony, for his sports show, this might be something you might be interested in. Joe, maybe, I don't know, depends what you're trying to do with your company there. So I did download this. So I'm pretty sure I did. Yes. So this is my little demo machine. I probably need to turn off OBS because I think this is probably going to interfere. So we'll come back to this. Again, I've never actually used this software. It just came recommended. There is a hardware dongle version, which I do find interesting, that you can get you can go to hardware dongle. This will only be the second software I've ever seen that has a hardware dongle these days. Usually not something you see. In a way, I like it. In a way, I don't. But it definitely makes it easy because there are several pieces of software where I wish there was a dongle because I could move it around a machine based on what we're doing. So, and frankly, if it's my software, I would love to just buy a dongle and be able to put it on any machine I wanted to, because wherever I am at, that's where the machine I want to work. So therefore, I'm all about that. If you want to go back to those days where it requires a hardware dongle, more power to you. All right, so again, I have chat turned off currently, so just bear that in mind. All right, so this is almost done. Launch. I guess we'll allow it. Probably hacking my network right now. Yeah, this is a virtual machine, so it's not going to have a GPU necessarily. So this is pretty basic software. Again, I have never used this before, so this is just a live demo. Settings, let's go to settings. And I'm going to go guess playlist output is probably where you want to get started at least. It looks like it says it supports captions at the top. That's interesting. It supports 1080/60. It doesn't. Oh, right, there we go. Good. It does support the deck link. That was my next question. Supports NDI. That's good. If you're interested in that. That's interesting. Where's the? Oh, we'll just do one for now. And there's live inputs, which is interesting, because I guess you can like bring video in and then like play it back out at the same time. Let's add a clip, or I guess we got to close this first. Add a clip. Don't have any videos on the computer. Well, that'll be a problem. Crap, I probably should have thought about that before I did this. Let me take this down for a second, and we'll come back, and when I can see if I can find some videos to add for my network share, but I'm not sure if it'll work the way I want it to work, so... You can't browse. Interesting. All right, hold on. Let's go find some video that I can actually share. Network is turned off. Well, that's not true. It can't access. I'm having slight network issues. Apparently, this VM can't access the network. Cannot find. That's questionable. Movies? Let's just find this. This is probably going to... I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm going to try it because I'm curious. I'm going to copy a movie over. And then I'm going to... if it'll let me. Sorry, guys. This is acting funny. Is this machine killing my CPU already? Micah, that is true. If I had the Plex DVR set up, I'd have content to show. That's funny. No, I can find some videos. I just need to go... to my TrueNAS box, and which is, again, it's acting very funky. I don't like, it's not showing me all the tabs, or the not tabs, directories. Files, desktop. Alrighty, so I found a couple more videos. Alright, so not a lot to try, but it's not really the point of the demo, is just to see if it actually will play video. So now we go back to downloads, and if we go add videos. All right, so here we got 3 videos added. You can't really tell the very thing. That's kind of small. But interesting. I hear audio, but I don't see it coming out of the playback channel. Stop. So I, in theory, over here have 2 playout channels from where chat was, and actually it's on the screen. So if it was working, you would actually see. Maybe I have the wrong channel. Video output. Let's try. This one. Does do key fill. That would be interesting to try. Again, nothing. So far, not particularly impressed because it's not controlling anything. I know the software works because interesting. That's interesting. This could be a virtualization problem. Could be a trial issue problem. If you can't get video out of it, that's not going to work out very well. Is this the wrong format? No. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't actually click on the box that said restart the renderer. Well, that'd explain it. Still not seeing it, but that's probably I have the wrong channel now, I'm guessing. Hi, Keith. So right now we're testing some software I heard about just to see if this will actually work. So far, not the best, but that's just because... Oh, there we go. So now it is working. Nope. There we go. So this is a scene from one of my favorite shows. So we can definitely say it is playing now. Yep. So yeah, so it does play. Changes video pretty easily. Will it play a movie? That's my next question. It will play movie files. That is interesting. That has some potential there. Interesting. And I'm not going to show you more of that. I don't want to get a copyright strike, but it does in fact play movie files. So, yeah. Let me go back to... So yeah, so this has the ability to play video out of Decklink, and you can drop your video in, and I guess you could add live video in if you wanted to. Got two different playlists that has some interesting options. Apparently you can do overlays. You can do an HTML page or something interesting. Do a crawl. Could just do simple text. And it puts text over the screen. So that's cool. Block. Okay, so you can create blocks of clips. That would be interesting if you wanted to play this series of video, then pause. You could You could do that. Interesting. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what it's counting up to. um, wow, this actually seems really cool. I like the fact that you can do blocks. You got lots of overlays. Holy cow. And you have actions. Lots of actions. What's an action? And I'm sorry, guys. I literally don't know what the software does. This is just something I heard about today, so I'm trying it. Looks like you can export blocks. So you can make a playlist. That'd be cool. And then export like certain playlist. I'm not going to give away where I heard about the software, but I can see now a little bit why they use this software. Given the functionality that allows you to define blocks. Huh. So yeah, I mean this is pretty cool software. I don't know if Tony is still here, or if Joe's still here, if this interests you, or if you have any questions particularly about maybe an application that you're interested in. Area of interest. You could do like a zoom. That's interesting. Not like a zoom meeting. I'm saying like you could zoom in. You could stream. You could stream video files. Oh, this, huh? This just got interesting because now I'm wondering or thinking about. Oh, you could like line up a whole series of stuff and stream it out. You could do it, and you can embed Scuddy triggers. That's good. Scuddy triggers are what are used for ads in digital streaming. You could embed a Scuddy trigger. Upload clips. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. Playback of a queued clip via an ATEM switcher. I'm not sure what it's doing right now, but restart and resume. I probably should have put IP address in there first. Sending log. Did it just send him a log file? That's interesting. All right, so some questions below. I don't know. Playdeck software. I think this VM is severely underpowered. Just close. Let me fix my. Yeah, apparently it sends a log file. That's interesting. So here is the pricing. It is that 15 euros? I don't know what a euro is at this point. Probably not what it used to be. Sorry, I'm not going to get political. But it definitely does look Windows only. Joe would be happy. It supports 4K. 15.9 euros to USD. So $18 a month. So what's 35? So not the cheapest software, but I mean that's $40 a month for the dual channel option. It's interesting. 1 year and save, auto renewal. Yeah, it looks like that's the cheapest price is buy a 1 year. Yeah, okay, so $40 a month. Not something I'm likely to use, but I know places that this might be handy. So let's close this down. Let's shut the VM off for a second, and I'm going to increase its specs because I really do want to walk through this software tonight, but I definitely need to give it more oomph because I don't think I gave it anywhere near. Oh, I didn't do too bad. So I just gave it 32 CPUs and 16 gigs of RAM, and it had 16 and 8 before. So the beauty of virtual machines is I can just change it. Why does that website remind me of Mega Upload? I'm not familiar with Mega Upload. What was Mega Upload? Hold on, I'm trying to get my IP address out of the ATEM so I can see if that part works, because that would be helpful. Let's go back to the virtual machine. This machine now has twice as much specs as it used to, so I hope it works better. A file sharing. Oh, okay. I get it. This thing clearly wants a GPU. So I don't blame it. I'm just saying I don't have one for this CPU right now, or this machine. Remember the clips? That's helpful. Yeah, it doesn't clearly. It clearly doesn't like this virtual machine. I'm not. I mean, that's not shocking at all. But I think I have too many clips loaded in, so I want to delete some clips first. Yes, Joe says hit the like button. Come on. New playlist. Okay. Add a clip. Seriously? Add a clip. All right, so now we're going to just go here. Settings. Remote control. ATEM. Come on. 10. 3. 3. 101. Okay, maybe it's the wrong address. Oh, or that. Shouldn't be any firewall issues. What's the address of this stupid mixer? Yeah, okay. I thought I had the right the first time. IP address. Well, that's disappointing that it's not working. You can use any Blackmagic switcher. You need to download and install the ATEM control software. Oh, really? So it doesn't really tie in. It uses the switcher software? Interesting. Do you guys want to see this, or should I go down this rabbit hole, or do you want to just keep walking around the show? I mean, I could install the software. This has definitely got potential. I like the fact that it also works with vMix. So that's interesting. Like I said, the streaming output has me interested because you, in theory, could make a list of spots or list of stuff and stream it to your channel. You could do audio normalization. You could do unattended playback mode. That's interesting. All right. Anything else you guys want to know about this? I'm not. I just kind of wanted to see if this actually worked. I wasn't really gonna do a demo of it. I just was. I wanted to see if it actually would output to a Blackmagic card, and it clearly does that. All right. Are you guys talking and I just missed it? Let me go back to the chat. So the poll has got 8 votes, and most people have. So there's 8 votes in the poll, and so far 62% has 7 or more. So that's a good result. Let's say 2/3 majority of you have lots of notifications set up. So as to be expected. That's not the right clip that I wanted to show, or put there, actually. How do you remove the clip? Delete. Add clip. Close. All right, so I'm going to try Companion now. I forget what my companion server is. Let me go find it here. Yeah, that'll work. So if we look at companion now and we go to add a connection, this is Playdeck. I don't see. How does it know? What's the Playdeck? Didn't it say it had companion support? Controllable by companion. How do we get companion support? How to? Oh, you can send video to and from OBS. That's interesting. vMix, how to send video. Again, you're using NDI. Okay. Here's that Scuddy32 marker. This is what I was talking about. This is how you actually can send break information. You can do Playdeck on Amazon EC2, apparently. Manual. Yeah, so Tony, the desktop image, that's just a Windows. This is just a Windows thing. It is apparently from the Philippines. Are you in the latest version? Oh, that is a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I think this is the latest version. Download. Yeah. If it's not the latest, it's pretty close. Nils, welcome in. Maybe it's OC. OSC. Never actually used OSC before. Oh, it has a TV1 Choreo in it. That's cool. A TV1 Choreo is how you make interesting monitor walls. Very expensive, but very nice. Now I'm curious. Oh, well, that sucks. And they put a lot of stuff in here. I don't know. That is interesting. I guess I should probably go back to this. Maybe the software will tell me. Settings. Remote control. Hey, look at that. Allow commands. How to connect. Joy, event, and media playback. Okay. Well, that explained that. I did see that there. Add. Target IP is... Oh, what the hell's the machine IP address? Come on. $80, okay. Save. Well, hot damn, that definitely is talking. So we do buttons. If I do a button here, create a button, presets, left playlist, play. Alrighty, so if we go back to this software, if I push the button, it plays it. That was cool. So if we do stop, it stops. That's pretty cool. We could do a select clip, and then we could. Okay, so you got to do. You can jump around in blocks. Okay, that's. Like I said, this software has some potential. I like it. So if we had a clip here. So this is block 2, I guess. So if we do like block 2 or block 3. Does not appear to be selecting the right block. Oh wait, maybe it did. I just had the. So now we do block 3. Test. It does work. Okay, cool. So yeah, that does actually work. That's pretty cool. Feedback. Done. So if we're going to just make sure, I'm curious, so select play. Well, I did the wrong playlist, but, you know, hey, whatever, I'm just... Yeah, whatever. I'm just playing around. It's interesting. I mean, the fact that I could control it is pretty cool. The feedback does not appear to be working, that's for sure. But whatever. It does work, so that's the cool thing. Is this definitely does, in fact, work. So here you can see, right now I'm going to go do this off screen, but here you can see companion, If I change the clip to be 2, now you see it selects it, and then it plays it. Or not. Oh, you gotta stop it first, I guess. That makes more sense. But yeah, pretty cool. Some of you may have a use case for this, some of you may not. But nonetheless, what'd you guys think? Oh, let me get rid of that and go back to the chat for a second, see if I missed any questions. And we will go back to the chat. OBS. And chat is back. So So what do you guys think? I mean, maybe not the best software in the world, maybe not your use case, but it could have some interesting aspects for Grish if you're a church. Maybe you need to play some videos. Tony, I know you're mostly a Mac place or Mac person, but I mean, could always spin up a Windows machine if you need to. So yeah, so everyone's saying, or Eric's saying hello. Did I miss a chat? No. All right. So what's next? I don't really necessarily have a plan. In fact, I may end this early. What do you think? And I mean, I could. I don't really want to do the firewall demo because I feel like, or the firewall rules. But I mean, I guess if I did the firewall rules, I could do it on the guest VLAN. Oh, I do have an update. Govee support got back to me on their little issue that they were having, and basically said, yeah, try our sorry, there's a trash can over here that moved. Govee basically said, here's our rules for protecting the wireless, and yeah, follow these rules. And I'm like, I did that already. And their response was, well, then great. Give us your order number off of Amazon and something else. And this was a Christmas present, so don't really have the Amazon order. I'm a little annoyed that these things don't work. And their answer was, we'll give you a warranty. But I literally already have these out of the box and in places. One's already gotten wet as a test. So I may just cut my losses and just keep these around as an audible thing, but then that doesn't really tell me if I'm not home. So have to admit, kind of disappointed in Govee. This is definitely not a good experience. Not something that I was expecting, but based on the feedback I'm finding online, I'm not alone. A lot of people are having this issue, the same exact issue with this stuff. So take it for what you will. Like, I don't know if that's worth anything to you or not, but so far not impressed with the Govee software. Some people out there are. I know they recommend these things, but yeah, not so much. So good night, Tony. And I'm sorry, Tony, if you stayed around for the firewall rules. I should have got to it quicker. Grish says, we use OBS on the media machine. Each scene points to a VLC playlist, which points to a local folder. Makes sense. Yeah, no, that definitely makes some sense. OBS is a pretty powerful tool, and you can't beat the price. The companion integration is interesting. Definitely, that has some there's several things that made me go, about that software. So do you ever have a need to play out multiple things at once to different deck links? I'm just curious because I don't do video at my church, but there are times where like the screens don't get the exact same thing, or there are multiple screens on stage and they all get different parts of a scene. So I was just curious if you do that or not, because I always thought that was fascinating. That um, like for our songs, that the main screen in the background can have like one image, and then the other panels have different images, but I think it's all part of the same image. I'm not entirely sure. Concerts do the same thing. Concerts have different screens and different, showing different things, and that software is always interesting to me. I don't know what they use for it. I should probably look that up. But basically, software that can pull apart an image and put it on different screens that are maybe different resolution, different aspect ratios. Always kind of seems interesting. That's kind of what the TV1 Choreo does for us at work. We have 2 different monitor walls, and one is 32 by 9. And so it's, it's 2 16 by 9 displays next to each other. And the Choreo allows us to expand video to fill the whole screen. Yes, things get chopped off, but that's the whole point. And then there's another screen, another monitor wall that is some like 20 by 17 or whatever it is ratio. And again, this allows us to stretch the video to fill the screen. And then we have a third monitor wall in the newsroom that is also another aspect ratio. So there's 3 monitor walls, all have different aspect ratios to them. And the Choreo software allows us to drive all 3 monitor walls with either the same input or different inputs or different configurations in that monitor wall. So pretty cool software. It's expensive, but it's super reliable. There is no interface to it. Like, you just plug in the video inputs, you just plug the video outputs, and then it's all controlled via their software. So like the machine itself doesn't do the work, or doesn't design it. I mean, it just does the work. And so it's been one of the most reliable things we've had in the station in a long time. I can't honestly remember the last time we rebooted the machine. It's been that long. It just runs, and because there's no software on it, there's no OS on it. It's all, I'm guessing, FPGAs. Yeah, so Micah says, I'm finding I'm having to do what Jay's talking about. There's a couple different ways to stab at it. Some are better for pre-tracked, others for live, others for churches. Yeah. Yeah, church is its own little thing. Well, aren't all churches conservative? No, I'm just kidding. Micah says, I've got a Nova Star ETS1 on the bench for upcoming. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to go look at that now. A Nova Star. So this is this what you're talking about? This is probably the wrong place to look for this, but applications, okay. Media files, monitor. Not quite sure what this thing does. Is it media server? Oh, designed for small scale applications. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Joe says for not live, Bright Sign media players. Bright Sign? Interesting. Was this what the Is this what the is this before? Oh, that's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I know that building. Did this have a different name before? Was it always Bright Sign? Video walls. Interesting. Never. I feel like I've heard these guys before, but I don't think I've ever seen them before. Like, actually used them. Offers to. I was just watching an Instagram reel the other day of a pastor coming on a stage via a roller coaster. Yeah, that's a little different. There's software for building the multiple display layouts. Okay. Yeah, a couple MEs will do that. We'll make that easier too. Yep, that's the name they give it sometimes. I've definitely heard. Oh yeah, you're not. I definitely have heard, and I personally have seen that Cleveland is not what it used to be. um, it's it's no longer catching on fire. We'll just say that, because for those who don't know, Cleveland's river caught on fire, and that was basically the basis for the EPA. Joe says, I built a 7 vertical display video wall with Bright Sign, having all 7 play a stretched video in sync. Okay, well that definitely is cool. I've done that, but it gets weird when client wants double wide video walls with iMag going in and out. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that whole, and I know, you know, Joe does, Joe and Micah, you do kind of the same thing. That whole corporate video world is weird. I know a guy I used to work with left and went to Colorado, and he got in that corporate video thing, and was putting up some just crazy displays. He was working with 4K video like years and years ago, before it was actually popular. Because he left a station, I want to say like 8 or 9 years ago, and he was doing 4K video back then. And so corporate video is very different world. I heard it's very lucrative if you can get those contracts. He seems like he's doing well for himself. Jeremy says, I helped build a video wall with 3 Raspberry Pi, or with Raspberry Pi 3Bs. Worked well. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only issue you'd have is it depends on what you're trying to put in the video wall, because if you want things to be in sync, that is kind of a problem. But if you're just doing, but like I said, it depends what you're doing. The thing about the Choreo, the TV1 Choreo that I like is it's SDI video or HDMI video. So it's all about real-time video. There is very little delay. There's a delay, but it's very low. And so you kind of like set your stuff up, and then basically it does like telnet commands. I mean, literally it's like serial over telnet, or sorry, not serial over telnet. It's like just telnet commands, and it telnets in and says, change your thing. And it's like, well, geez. So I get why Companion is probably built into that, because it's just telnetting in and saying, change your preset, or do your what thing. So, I'm trying to find the best one box fits all or event. Most solutions we're just breaking into the non 1080 stuff. Is this for video switching or monitor walls? All right, so I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, for walls, okay. Alrighty, well, I think I'm going to cut this one short. I did the demo I wanted to do. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut this one short tonight. So you guys all have a good night. Thank you for being here. I do believe I'm here next week. Let me double check. Yes, I do believe I'm here next week. But I'm going on a work trip, and I'm going to probably take that week off. I thought about trying to do a live stream, but it'd be the first night after our work. I don't really feel like rushing back to the hotel to do a stream. So, but that's not till May. So I'll be back next week. So thank you guys for being here. You guys all have a good night. Talk to you later.